coffee, heading to the airport. Just burned the crap out of my tongue. Now we're heading to Guatemala, and it is going to be good to get back. I was in Central America right before COVID hit, so Guatemala is one of my favorite places to visit. Those are some of my favorite farmers. But we are going to La Maravilla, and we didn't get Mauricio's coffee last year just because of everything that was happening. So I'm really excited to get back to that farm. Mauricio's great.
All right, so what's the plan, Phil?
Uber.
Uber?
Chill for the afternoon in Guatemala City. Gonna try to get some good food, which they have plenty of here. Maybe some good coffee, which they have a good amount here. And then tomorrow morning we're gonna head to Huehuetenango. So we'll take a quick plane over there with Eduardo, our exporter, who you'll meet. I think our car's here. Great, so we cupped a couple coffees that I was excited to cup. We cupped from La Maravilla, multiple different lots, but mezcal, which is a plot on the farm that we bought from before, and I really like, very, very chocolatey, and it tasted similar this year to what we've brought in the past. A couple geishas that I'm thinking of bringing in for reserves, our first reserves from Guatemala, and then a couple exotics, one from Darwin, the cupper here. So that was a natural pache. Now we're gonna head to Huehuetenango, more cupping, and visit some of these farms. This is Huehuetenango, one of brothers who own Rosma. It's one of their farms. We are going to cup the regional coffees that they get from really small producers in La Libertad and San Pedro Necta, which are two departments within Huehuetenango. And that's the coffees that we use for Dead Reckoning, and those are always so excellent. I mean, they're really on par with the single origins most years, but we can get more volume of them, so those work really great for Dead Rec, the main blend we use for espresso, for the cans. And then we're gonna cup some of their single origins from their farms, including Huehuetenango. It's gonna be a good cupping. Looking forward to it. One of the things I like cupping here is that even though we're selecting coffees for one of the tables for a blend, we're cupping each lot separately, so we can kind of piece together that like what would be called a blender. But one of the things people misunderstand is like what a micro lot is, and we tend to view it more as a process than an output or a final product. So like micro lotting is tasting each thing, trying to get the best version of like whatever your output is, whether that's a single origin coffee or whether it's like the Guatemalan base of the Dead Reckoning blend or Dead Reckoning cold brew. Tasting each component individually creates the most value up and down the supply chain. That's what I love about cupping here is when we're cupping for that Guatemalan, that essential component for Dead Reckoning, we're cupping a whole table of different coffees from San Pedro Necta and La Libertad. And the output is great as a result of that. So. So this is El Mirador, the lookout point for Huehuetenango, and this is a fabulous view. There's 3 volcanoes that we can see from here. But this is like classic Guatemala. You got the sort of Mayan-like architecture, got beautiful mountains just far as you can see, yeah, it's great to be up here. So this is just right outside of where we were cupping, and then heading back down tonight, get some tacos probably. And tomorrow we're heading up to La Maravilla, which I'm really excited to be back to, see Mauricio. So we're gonna meet him down in Huehuetenango, but for now we're up here taking some photos and just seeing that scenery that Guatemala is next to none for. This right here is the coffee we bought 2 years ago, and then this year, Mezcal is the plot on La Maravilla, and it's always really chocolatey. That tastes like coffee cherry, but when you roast it, it's chocolate. Okay, so we came across the Bourbon tree with really light cherries, orange. So they're not totally uncommon, but it's pretty unusual. Mauricio could maybe take it and replant it, except we ate all the cherries on the tree while we're standing here.
Oh God. This is our buddy. He's coming for the hike.
We're near the top of La Maravilla. There's a lot of small trees up here, but this is one of the farms. La Maravilla is one of the farms that we have an ongoing relationship with. I wasn't able to get the coffee last year just because of everything going on with the pandemic, but we found a nice lot from Mezcal, which is a portion of the farm behind me and to my left that we got 2 years ago. So this coffee is always super chocolatey and just big, dense body. For that reason, it's always a really good seller. And Mauricio is telling us this year a lot about what's going on with the farm, and lack of pickers is the main problem this year, but that's a hard problem to sort out. So anyway, it's good to be back here for the first time in 2 years back at the farm. I'm not sure how far we're hiking, but it's probably a long way. It's a big farm. So we better get to it so we can have our beers tonight. I don't know what to do with my hands. It was a pretty quick trip to La Maravilla. It's like a really half day. Slept well last night, and now they're loading up their truck with coffee to take down that road, which is crazy. That road is not one I'd want to be driving down with like 15, 20 bags of coffee, but you got to get it down the mountain. So they're taking it down, we're heading down, and then we're heading back to Guatemala City. One of the things Don Mauricio was talking about was his plan to put in electricity, and that's an exciting project because they're running everything off a generator now, and he was saying they're using like $200 worth of gas every 10 days. So adding electricity enables them to put in a lot of equipment that helps with what he sees as an ongoing problem of not having enough pickers. One of the reasons they don't have enough pickers is because a big area, Santa Rosa, that they used to get pickers from now is producing coffee. So they no longer have pickers from that area. So that's not going to change. So a lot of the equipment that they're looking for needs an upgrade to electricity. And then he mentioned that that could run up to the community above here, which is the same community that helped build the road. So that could be a really great project in the future, and that's kind of what I think his mind is set on at present time. Good to see what he has going on and check in, and looking forward to this coffee coming back this year.